Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. We welcome you to Minneapolis, Target Field, for the wrap-up game of this series and for the Rays, the conclusion of this lengthy road trip. With Brian Anderson, Dwayne Stats, great to have you aboard. We'll be joined throughout the afternoon by Ryan Bass. Well, a 10-4 decision in Game 1, the Rays on the losing end. A 7-1 victory in Game 2, and Ben Williamson in this series and actually on this road trip. When you look over the last 6 games, he has been a big plus.
Well, he's showing you a lot of his tools. There's no doubt about it. He's having a good series here against the Twins. 3 out of 8 in the series. But let's focus on last night. And how about the timely hitting right here in the 5th inning? The base hit the other way, doesn't try to do too much, and drives in a run. Immediately after that, guess what? He's going to introduce the running game, something that the Rays did a lot of in last night's game. Get involved in that. And then how about defensively? Brings a lot of versatility to the Rays defense and made a stellar play at shortstop last night. Ben Williamson showing you all the things that he can do.
And another one of the new faces, the veteran Nick Martinez, was very good. His first time out in a Rays uniform. He'll be on the mound for the Rays today.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, against the Milwaukee Brewers, a couple of things really jumped out. Number one, a great mix of pitches. He really kept the Milwaukee Brewer hitters off balance and guessing all game long. On top of that, he did a great job of controlling the count. Pitching from out in front, didn't walk anybody, struck out 3 in his 6 innings of work, and you just have to think that he's going to go out today against a very young, aggressive Minnesota Twin lineup, and it's going to be the same formula. Work from out in front, mix your pitches, keep them off balance.
Rays home opener is set for tomorrow against the Cubs, but this afternoon, the order of business in Minneapolis, the Rays square off against the Minnesota Twins. Rays baseball on this Easter Sunday is brought to you by Rooms to Go, where you'll get 60-month interest-free financing during the Rooms to Go anniversary sale. This afternoon, the Rays wrap up their 11-day road trip. Final stop, Minneapolis, and the Rays look for a series victory, looking to take 2 out of 3.
There are many ways to do your taxes.
Last night, the Rays got back on the winning track thanks to a solid 6 innings from starter Steven Matz and the offense erupting for 7 runs to even the series versus the Twins. Today, Tampa Bay wraps up the 3-city roadie in Minneapolis as right-hander Nick Martinez hopes to lead the Rays to a series victory. Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. Beautiful afternoon for baseball, as it turns out. A little on the cool side. Right now, let's go down to the field and Ryan Bass.
It's been a while, Dwayne, since the Rays have walked away with a series win. They are 0-8-1 in their last 9 series dating back to last September. But today they have a chance to right the ship here in Minnesota. Do that, and as Chandler Simpson will tell you, it'll build some big momentum heading into the long-awaited return to Tropicana Field tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely a win today would mean a lot just from momentum and going into home opener tomorrow at the Trop and being back home in front of fans. Just a lot of momentum for the whole city, for the fan base, for the team, for everybody, so it'll be good.
The 561-day wait to get back in our home ballpark ends tomorrow, Dwayne, but a win today would go a long way in giving this team a jolt ahead of their return to Tropicana Field. Let's get a win and go home, boys.
Well, it has been a lengthy road trip the 9th game, the 11th day, and the Rays will be happy to get home, but they cannot overlook this one here as they take on the Minnesota Twins. Here is the starting lineup for the Rays. Yandy Diaz leads it off. He'll be followed by the first baseman Jonathan Aranda, and then Chandler Simpson in the number 3 spot, batting in front of Junior Caminero, Cedric Mullins, Ben Williamson, Richie Palacios with Johnny DeLuca 8th, and Hunter Fiducia in there to do the catching. He will bat 9th.
Well, making the start here this afternoon in the rubber match is going to be right-hander Simeon Woods Richardson. The Minnesota Twins, you take a look at his line against the Royals in Kansas City. 5 innings, 5 hits, a couple of runs, a couple of strikeouts, and a walk, 83 pitches. Keeps it pretty simple by today's standards with his arsenal. 4-seamer, a split, a slider, and that curveball. That's the mix from the last start. We'll see if that holds today, but he does have a tendency to lean pretty heavily on that 4-seam fastball that averages 92 miles an hour. And interestingly enough, he is not one of those guys that keep that pitch at the top of the zone. We'll have to see how that plays out this afternoon. This is the defense in support of him. Behind him in the outfield, left to right, we've got Trevor Larnach, Austin Martin, and Matt Wallner across the infield, third to first. Tristan Gray, Brooks Lee, Luke Keeschel, and Cody Clemens, with Ryan Jeffers getting the call behind the plate.
And there is a look at the 25-year-old right-hander, and boy, I'll tell you, he's got to have a pretty broad back with that jersey to get all the letters of his name across the Minnesota Twins jersey.
It has to feel like somewhat of a brace. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you put some of that athletic tape on that you can feel it hinders certain movements. That's as big of a last name as you will ever see.
25-year-old right-hander.
And hats off to whoever put it on.
Yes.
Maybe it was Marge. I don't know.
Last year, a 7-game winner in 22 starts. 1 relief appearance, 7-4. And to start this game for the Rays, Yandy Diaz. And Yandy has been red hot at the plate atop the Rays lineup. And here is the first pitch. Swung on and popped to the right side, foul. Clemens over, and he's going to have a play. Well, that wind brought that one back a little bit.
Yeah, and you can see the disgust there by Yandy Diaz. He's been swinging the bat so well for the Rays out of that leadoff spot. And first pitch, you foul out. Not real thrilled.
And here's Jonathan Aranda. First pitch is a strike. Aranda 242. Drove in a couple runs with a double in game 2 of this series. Well, this the nicest day we have had here. 50 degrees, and the feel like temperature still around 40, and a 15% chance of rain with that wind at 12 miles per hour.
Yeah, there have been varying percentages floating around out there. I had a hard time believing it was anything above 0 because it is absolutely gorgeous. The sun is no longer a rumor, Dwayne. It's here.
Took it a little while to get this far north, but we welcome its presence.
We saw it on opening day, and then it seemed to have just disappeared.
Oh, breaking out the shades. 3-1. And left it back into left center field, and Martin is there just as he approached the warning track. He gathers that one in. So 2 up and 2 down. Triple fly balls here. Balls in the air anyway. With Diaz pop foul to the right side and Aranda with the fly ball to center.
Yeah, and you'll see an awful lot of that from Woods Richardson. You know, he's a guy that does work primarily down in the zone, but does not get a lot of ground balls.
Chandler Simpson hitting third, takes ball 1. Well, Simpson takes a look at this one.
I mean, do the Rays
ball
like to tinker with the lineup or what?
They do indeed.
I don't know if I would have ever had Chandler in the 3-hole, but right now, and Kevin Cash said it's a work in progress. They're trying a little bit of everything, trying to get the right protection for the right guys, put together the right combination of hitters.
Well, in this series, he's gone from the number 8 spot to number 6, and now to number 3.
Number 3. Well, you wonder if at some point, too, Chandler doesn't end up making that move to traditional leadoff spot. Yandy's been doing a great job there.
And a ground ball that's going to get through on the left side, out of the reach of Brooks Lee. And Simpson with the base hit. Well, Ryan, you have more on the number 3 spot for Simpson.
Yeah, it was a surprise when we saw the lineup come out today because Chandler spent most of these first couple of games at the bottom of the order. But Kevin Cash said it was about getting him up there. He said Chandler's at-bats have been worthy of him getting up towards the top of the lineup. I asked Chandler about it as well, and he said he's grateful for the trust that they have placed in him to hit in that spot.
Junior Caminero after the first pitch and a popper. Out from second, Keyshaw, the second baseman, makes the catch. Rays leave a man, bottom of the first coming, scoreless.
For the ride of life.
Bottom of the first inning, Minnesota coming in to hit. They'll have Cody Clemens at the top of the order, then Byron Buxton back in there, the DH. Luke Keyshaw, the second baseman. Walner, Jeffers, and Larnick, the heart of the lineup. Austin Martin in center. Christian Gray at third. Brooks Lee, the shortstop, bats ninth. Nick Martinez on the hill for the Rays.
Outstanding line against the Brewers. 6 innings of 2-run baseball, 3 strikeouts, didn't walk anybody.
Here's Cody Clemens going after that first pitch. Pops him up into shallow center field, a little bit toward right. Mullins is there to grab it.
Well, we talked about, coming in, Nick Martinez in the mix against the Brewers, and I thought he did a very good job of that, and you can see why. He just, the changeup, the cutter, 2-seam, 4-seam, he used the same exact amount. Slider, occasional curveball, just did a great job of working over the strike zone, doing a great job of changing speeds, and again, you expect more of the same here today.
There's Buxton. He's after the first pitch and fouls it. Well, Derek Shelton has put together this lineup. There are 2 hitters who have in their careers at least a home run against Martinez, and they're the numbers 1 and 2 hitters. Clemens had 1 and Buxton 2 off Martinez in prior matchups. So he's got that pop at the top of the order.
A little hot corner alert. 10 years of service time today, Dwayne. That's the gold card. He gets the gold card.
A ball, 2 strikes. And he pops this one up foul. That's going to carry out of play.
Always a day to be celebrated, to get that 10 full years of service time.
Yep.
Qualify for full pension. You get your little gold card.
And this one is popped up to the right side. Aranda still in fair territory. Handles that one. 2 up, 2 down.
Let's take a look at the rest of that Rays defense, and in the outfield, it's going to go like this. Chandler Simpson, Cedric Mullins, and Johnny DeLuca left to right. Across the infield, third to first. Junior Caminero, Ben Williamson, Richie Palacios, and of course Jonathan Aranda, with Hunter Fiducia getting the call again behind the plate.
So with the bases empty, Luke Keyshaw. And that's a ball. Keyshaw 1 for 4 in last night's game. And he just missed right there. 2-0. 35-year-old right-hander Nick Martinez. Only 11 games a year ago. Now it's 2-1. And one hopper to short. Nice pick there on the short hop. Williamson makes the play. And the throw to first, and we'll go to the second. Cedric Mullins will lead it off for the Rays.
File before 4:15.
Rays offer flexible memberships built for you. Skip the full season commitment and high price tag. Plans start at just $25. Go to RaysBaseball.com/memberships to learn all about that great deal. Cedric Mullins leading off. Had a couple hits last night. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-1. Mullins drove in a run with a hit in the first game as well. And 2-1. Ben Williamson will follow, and Richie Palacios. Shorten up on that bat. And that pitch popping away, 3-1. Cedric 1 for 4. That hit a home run off this right-hander. Count's going to go full. Simeon Woods Richardson out of Sugar Land, Texas. And that's fouled back. We'll see another 3-2 pitch. Foul ball back of third, and that's going to carry into the stands to extend the at bat. 7-pitch at bat so far for Mullins.
Well, for the Rays offense, it's going to be about what are you going to be able to do about Woods Richardson's mistakes. I mean, because he's going to make some mistakes. He cannot overpower you.
Ooh, and strike 3 on that inside edge.
What he has to do is outthink and out-execute you, and he does that right here. Most of the pitches in this at-bat have been away, away, away. I'm not even sure he meant for that to be in, but he pulled it in there, and he caught Cedric looking out over the plate. But again, Woods Richardson not overpowering, and he's a guy that's he's gonna be in the zone. And you take a look right there at the slider. He doesn't have elite movement on his pitches. And look at this right here. This is from the pitcher perspective. This is where he lays that four-seamer. That's probably more plate than you would like in the long haul. And so the Rays will get their opportunities. What are they going to do with it?
Yeah, that's as interesting graphic as we've seen in a long time, I'll tell you.
And especially it's the four-seam fastball where a lot of guys like to ride that to the top of the zone, and you see, the heat, up at the top. He's just pounding the zone to the arm side. He'll elevate some, but again, for the most part, with all of his pitches, you look at the heat maps, he's working from the middle of the zone down, but at the same time, not getting a lot of ground balls.
And a strike call. That's strike 3. He gets Williamson looking. So back-to-back strikeouts, both call third strikes.
Well, where's the last place you're looking for a slider? Up. I mean, that's not typically where you're throwing that pitch either, and that's what fooled Williamson.
A year ago, that was his second most used pitch, and the first time out behind the fastball, he had the split, and down the line a little bit, that slider. Palacios with a 1-0 count. Two balls, no strikes. Richardson originally drafted by the Mets. He was a second-round pick by the Mets in 2018. Fly ball, center field. And Martin is there to put it away. 3 up, 3 down. 2 an inning and a half. No score.
Well, there was a reason that Nick Martinez leaned on the changeup more than any other pitch in his last start against Milwaukee. He had a great feel for it. 21 total changeups, no hits allowed, no hard hit balls, 3 outs recorded, and a whiff rate on that particular pitch that day of 43%.
Matt Wallner will take the first pitch upstairs for a ball.
That's not often going to lead the way for Nick Martinez, but he had such great feel of that pitch that he just kept going back to it, and you saw the results.
High shot back into deep right field, and that ball is well gone. Wallner hits his 3rd home run. He has 3 solo home runs this year, 3 homers and 3 runs batted in. And boy, did he launch that one. 409 feet to right.
It was towering. Pitch right out over the plate, kind of moving middle in, and Wallner able to drag that barrel right through the zone. Oh, that ball got launched.
Ryan Jeffers. 1-0. One now. Two and one. Wallner opened this series with a 5 strikeout game. Had a hit last night and a home run first time up today. Jeffers is out on the fly ball to Johnny DeLuca in right. And here's Trevor Larnach. A little tight off the plate in. It's a strike. Martinez touched for the home run here. He gave up the 2 runs in his outing against the Brewers, and both those runs came on a home run by William Contreras. There's the change. Now it's 1-2.
Well, he sells it with elite arm speed. Elite arm speed, and that's what ends up being what the hitter is swinging at. And then you can see the fading action on that pitch, the velocity that he's able to take off of it. Again, it was great against the Brewers.
Popped up left side. Oh, Martinez is going to make the catch down off the mound, and applauded by the pitcher in the booth.
Yeah, well, listen, the vet taking control. How many times do you see them getting called off and they've got to run out of there because, you know, the position player has to make the play? But look, watch Nick Martinez right here. Off the end of the bat. Yeah, called, took charge.
Closest man to it.
There you go. Good for him. You know what else I love about Nick Martinez is when you watch him as he builds that rhythm. Dwayne, it reminds me as we get ready to do our game opens. You have that same kind of rock and roll and, you know, getting that rhythm going so we can hit the ground running.
There's a strike, and it's 1-1. Well, from what we saw of him in that first outing, there's what you're talking about right there.
Yes.
Creating his own rhythm.
Right when we're coming on the air, and that's, you get it going, and then we are off.
You got to walk through life at your own beat. Too low. 2-2. I'll tell you, it was fun to watch him in Milwaukee. It was a no decision for him, but you can see in Martinez, and for that matter, the other veteran, Steven Matz, pitched well last night. He just missed there, and the count is full. So the veteran additions to this pitching staff and to the rotation, you can see where the possibilities of good things are certainly not out of bounds.
Well, right now, all three of the Rays' wins are when one of those two start.
Yep.
They won both Matt's start. They won the start that Martinez made in Milwaukee. Maybe you could finish the 4 and 5 road trip and have all 4 of the wins coming with the 2 vets on the mound.
3-2 pitch, and he got him, strikes him out. Well, that comes on the change. We are through 2, 1-0 Minnesota. Celebrate the new era of Tampa Bay Rays baseball at Tropicana Field for the entire month of April. First one's on us. Enjoy a $10 credit for your favorite drink or snack. Grab your seats at raysbaseball.com/first. First pitch in the third, Johnny DeLuca. 1 strike to DeLuca. 1-1. DeLuca comes in with a home run and 4 runs batted in. Also has a double. And sharply hit down to third. It's Tristan Gray up and out with the throw, and DeLuca is out number 1. Well, Kevin Cash 1 victory away from 900. He might as well get it today. And I'll tell you, that's a pretty healthy list right there. Terry Francona, of course, over 2,000. And you go to active managers, A.J. Hinch and Dave Roberts and Kevin Cash. He could get number 900 today. Fiducia takes the ball. Two balls, no strikes. Ball 3. A near miss there by Woods Richardson. And ball 4. And I tell you, he took some close pitches for a 4-pitch walk.
Aren't you supposed to do that as a catcher?
Well,
you know the zone,
yeah,
right?
Yep, and apparently he does.
Yes.
Proof right there.
Well, you know, he had some good at-bats in yesterday's game. Getting an opportunity to play again here today, day game after a night game.
Yandy. And that's a pitch down. So 5 straight pitches out of the zone from Woods Richardson. Ground ball short. Lee, Keyshaw 1, Clemens 2, 6-4-3 on the double play. 1-0 Minnesota.
And he caught it! Joe Adele robs Raleigh. He got another one! Joe Adele, what a night! 3rd home run robbery tonight.
This might be the greatest defensive night by an outfielder ever.
How about that night for Joe Adele?
Friend of the program.
Yes, he is. And my, oh my, what catches.
You know, and here's the thing. The simple fact that you could rob 3 home runs in one game, astounding. Probably never see it again. but he does it in a 1-0 game.
Yep.
I mean, 3 times preserving a tie, a couple of times preserving a loss. Just absolutely incredible.
Well, Ryan, your thoughts?
Well, Dwayne B.A., every night in baseball you see something you've never seen before, right? But a sign on a whiteboard inside the Mariners clubhouse today said, game plan, don't hit it to Joseph Adele.
Little tap down to third. Gray's going to be out third to first. Well, that's good advice, I'll tell you. They're calling it a performance for the ages. And, I mean, to rob 3, but to do it in, well, if you're going to rob a home run, there has to be some drama to that. But I'll tell you, there's just some outstanding athleticism on display there by Adele.
And the final one was the best one. He just went headlong into the stands down that right field line.
Brooks Lee shortening on the bat on that first pitch. Taking the pitch for a ball. No, strike.
Do you wonder at all who Ryan's source was in the Seattle clubhouse?
Well,
interesting, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, we know that he's got his tentacles everywhere.
He does. Works hard.
I got my sources, gentlemen. I can't reveal them. As a true journalist, you never reveal your sources.
By the way, the shades to go with the pullover.
He works hard even when he's relaxing.
Yep. Fantastic.
Always up to something.
I might take a nap out in the stands, boys. I see some folks out there taking a snooze.
There's a tap to second. Loved by Palacios, and the throw to first will take care of Lee. So 2 ground ball outs here in the third.
Well, we saw you sleeping last night in the stands, and the Rays won. Why not?
I'm just trying to catch up, boys. We got a big day tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
With the home opener back in the Trop, first time in 561 days. You got to get the shut-eye in, right? Make sure you're charged up ahead of tomorrow. I'm ready, boys. I'm ready to roll.
Could tell that earlier. You did get shot out of a cannon this morning.
Now top of the order, it's Clemens. He takes a strike. Our coverage begins tomorrow, by the way, at 3 o'clock. So a lot of pregame coverage on the return to the Trop. 1-1 here. I'm really looking forward to seeing the refurbished Trop.
Absolutely. Me too. I mean, me too. Get there nice and early, take a look around.
This one is down 2-1. I mean, we've often said we've had the best seat in the house, and I think that's true. So we'll see, because we haven't been in there.
Not a
peak. This time.
Not a peak. And I will bet you that the atmosphere will be electric tomorrow afternoon. The full building, there will be a buzz.
Well, 3-1 the count on Clemens, who steps back here. Foul back. Nick Martinez. Delivers, and he had him out in front. That changeup again. And we go to the fourth. 1-0 Minnesota. $50,000 guaranteed minimum 50-50 charity raffle jackpot on the Rays home opener against the Cubs. You can enter online and double your chances to win at raysbaseball.com/50-50. This game moving into the 4th inning, and a first pitch strike to Jonathan Aranda. Upstairs, they have Tristan Gray, the third baseman, way off the line, really at the normal shortstop spot. And Lee guarding the middle. 1-2. Aranda had a double In last night's game, do you see the hits so far this year from left, center, and right?
Yeah, and vast majority of the times that Jonathan Aranda goes to the left side, it's the ball's in the air. And so that's why the Twins are defending him like they are. You know, they have all the information, all these teams do, all the spray charts. Where does he hit the ball on there? That's why you'll see sometimes the infield pulled to one side on the ground, and then the outfielders will be shading the other way. Not the case with Aranda, but you'll see it sometimes.
Yeah, it's interesting, the outfield that you mentioned, because they have Larnach out there who's actually a couple steps toward the left field line. And Martin in center is playing him a little bit to pull.
Yeah, the left center field gap is huge. Not to mention, it's just huge here at target field anyway. And they are giving him a huge target, no pun intended, out to left center.
And the pitch in, full count. Chandler Simpson on deck, followed by Junior Caminero. All coming up here in the fourth. Fly ball back into center field, almost directly to Martin, a few steps to his right, and about straightaway center, and that's out number one. And Chandler Simpson will be coming up. Well, Simpson has been on base now in all 8 of the Rays games, and now counting this one 9 because he got the base hit his first time up. A ball and a strike. One and two. That was the split, which was his second most utilized pitch in his outing against Kansas City. Roller to the right side. Kershaw up and out with the pickup and throw. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, straight talk stats. Let's take a look at the hardest hit balls this season. By the way, hits only. And so you take a look there, Junior Caminero leading the way at 116.9 miles per hour off the bat. He's also down there in the 5-hole. You've got Jordan Walker. We saw him earlier in this homestand or road trip, and former Ray Luke Raley down there.
1-0 the count on Caminero now. And it's popped up, foul ball. Will it be playable? Gray up against the railing and just out of his reach. So it's 1-1. That's down there in Ryan Bass territory.
He looking to make a play. The netting got in the way though. Tristan Gray can't reach it. Ryan wasn't interested. He may have been dosing right there.
He's everywhere.
Left my glove, guys. I left my glove. I was trying to get out of the way, you know?
Yeah, I know. We saw you scrambling there. A relaxed approach by Ryan Bass. Swing and miss.
Or that split. I'll tell you, both of these starting pitchers here this afternoon, Martinez and Woods Richardson, just doing a great job with the mix. And you see that split right there and how far out in front the swing was. Just fooled by the change of speed.
Fly ball into left field. That's got some carry. Larnach will go to the wall, and that one is out of here. Home run off the bat of Caminero, and he put some backspin on that one, and it carried out of here.
Well, and Dwayne, we saw this last year in an at-bat in Anaheim against the Angels. How badly fooled was Junior on the previous split? And he was able to make the adjustment on the very next pitch and get it out. Woods Richardson got him so far in front on the split, he goes right back to it, and Junior stayed back long enough to put it in the seats. In just an incredible adjustment made from one pitch to the next.
Well, it's great to see his first home run of the year and his first run batted into the year. That home run by Junior Caminero.
Right here, go right back to it. Look, just stayed back long enough, and he's able to elongate the swing and, like you said, put the backspin and carry on it. But go back and look at the previous pitch swing. Look at that. Just kept the hands back. The body started to go. The hands stayed back. But again, when you juxtapose that to the swing on the previous split, it's just an incredible thing to be able to make that adjustment at 22 years old. Not from within the game, but from pitch to pitch within an at-bat. That's next level stuff.
Yeah, and right there, as you point out, just 22. That's his 53rd home run. Mullins sends it into right, and that ball is caught. Matt Wallner on the run there, reaching up to make the grab. Rays are retired, but they tie it on the home run by Junior Caminero. Well, a home run by Junior Caminero has tied this game. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 1-1. And Buxton takes the first pitch too low. 1 ball and no strikes. No, Buxton popped out to Aranda over at first, his first time. That's skied into right field. DeLuca started back, came in and had plenty of time to get there. 1 away.
Well, let's go back to that Junior Caminero at bat, and let's take a look at the split that Woods Richardson uses to get to strike 2. Way out in front, out of sync, out of sorts. He's going to come right back to it, and you don't blame him. It's actually a better pitch. Look at the adjustment made by Junior Caminero from one pitch to the next, and he's like, you've got to be kidding me. How do you miss the one split? I come back with a better one, and you make that kind of adjustment.
To strike to Keyshaw. Good question. I mean, if you're the guy on the mound, that's a great question.
10 out of 10.
Yep.
I get a swing like that from a guy off of a changeup. I'm coming right back to it. And that's exactly what he did. His version is the split.
And he made it better.
He made it better, and Junior put it in the seats.
Yep.
We saw the same thing in Anaheim last year. That'd be an at-bat to go back and take a look at, where he missed earlier in that bat. He missed a couple of changeups badly. The pitcher set him up for it again at the end. It was a lefty. Came back with a changeup, and Junior put it in, up into the monument out there in left center field in Anaheim. The rock pile.
Fly ball to right field, and DeLuca takes care of that.
You know, that's something that you would see from a vet. A guy that's been around a long time and is an accomplished hitter. You don't see that from 22-year-olds.
Yeah, and there is a big part of his game like that. You expect 22, you expect some things that might be a little different, but instinctively he has a veteran feel about him at 22.
Yeah, I mean, it again, you just go back and look at those 2 pitches. And I mean, you talk about a disjointed, out of sync, way out in front swing, and then the next swing's a home run on the same pitch, except better.
And Wallner misses the fastball there. That one in. Look, just 22 years old. He's been so much fun to watch.
Well, the hard work that he puts in, the adjustments that we've seen him make.
He started to go, but Wallner held up in time. 1 and 2. Yeah, that's a great combination. youth, all that ability, and then a sense of the game like a veteran. A swing and miss. Wallner out in front on that one. 1-1 ball game. $10 tickets available for every home game this year. You can cheer the team without breaking the bank. Grab yours today at raysbaseball.com/tickets. Well, here we go to the 5th. And the first pitch, Williamson lines it into right, and right there is Wallner to make the catch. One pitch, one out in the 5th. After the first 2 games here, and the temperature in the 50s, we have seen the popsicles and the ice cream being distributed to the youngsters in the crowd.
I mean,
warming up.
Yeah.
Palacios shortens and takes the pitch for a ball.
Well, such is the weather in the upper Midwest.
Yep.
This time of year, a little bit of everything. And we've gotten that. Remember, opening day was in the low 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, you've got snow, short sleeves.
Yeah, it's warming up here. The feel like temperature was 48. The real temperature in the 50s. There's a strike. Palacios takes ball 3. And some style, too, celebrating the good weather.
Mm-hmm.
Got the summer hat out.
The summer hat. You know, let's see if we can get Ryan to borrow that hat for a couple of minutes.
Let's see. Yes.
I don't think he's going to go for it.
She might not want to give it up either. You
Yeah.
know, those are very precious commodities. Palacios with a walk. Aborted first. 1 on, 1 out. There it is. Yeah, she'll take good care of that.
By the way, keep your eye on Palacios. See if the Rays, they got aggressive yesterday in the base paths. And he was one of them.
DeLuca swings through the first pitch for a strike.
When you get into a game like this where both starting pitchers, you know, they've given up each a run, a solo home run. Outside of that, they have been in command. So you got to start to maybe look to create against somebody like that.
DeLuca pops it back at first, foul. Clemens, and that's a little over the shoulder catch there near the stands. 2 gone now. And Hunter Fiducia drew a walk his first time. Ball, no strikes. Fiducia drove in a run with a line single into right field in the 5th inning. Last night's game. Now it's 1-1. Back in at first, Palacios.
Well, that's where Richie can, when you see that move of Woods Richardson, there was a lot going on there and it took a long time to develop. So maybe you can expand that lead just a little bit.
That's a liner up the right side, a base hit. Palacios will go to third, and it will be first and third for the Rays with the top of the lineup. Yandy Diaz due up, and Fiducia on for the second time in this game.
That was a flat split. Watch this thing come out. It stays up, doesn't really do much, and Fiducia had a great look at it. You know, he took a walk earlier in this ball game, then gets a mistake up and out over the plate. We said coming in, who is going to take advantage? There was one there, base hit, and now you got Yandy Diaz getting his third look at Woods Richardson. Let's see if he can start to crack this thing open.
So here's Yandy. Strike one. Yandy came into this game 1 for 6 against Woods Richardson. He's fouled to first and grounded into a double play. Batting with men at first and third, 2 out now.
And if you go back and you take a look at that splitter usage, you know, that right there is a pitcher establishing the fastball first time through the lineup and then trying to take advantage of that the second time through. What will he have in store the third time through? His numbers overall, third time through the lineup, are pretty good, but he's not often going through the lineup for the third time. How about that challenge?
And they're going to challenge.
Catcher's challenge and call of ball.
Well,
Call is overturned.
Twins challenge.
Minnesota
ABS powered by T-Mobile, and that's a call strike as it turns out. The Rays will leave 2 in what is a 1-1 tie. Game remains tied at 1. Ryan Jeffers, the Minnesota catcher, leads off. Martinez just missed by a little bit right there, 1-0. You got Jeffers with that fly ball to right field in the second inning. And a little number back to the mound, and a problem for Martinez. He backtracks, however, makes the pick up and throw, and boy, he had to feel a little angst there for a particle of a second.
Well, it was a changeup, and the ball was off the end of the bat, so it had action on it. Watch this, way out in front. It's right off the nub of the bat. Sometimes those balls can bounce a little funny. But Nick Martinez does not panic. Stick with it. Listen, this is the guy that called off all the infielders to catch a pop-up. He's fine.
Larnach takes a strike. There he threw him a changeup and got a changeup in return.
Yes, he did. The changeup's been good again today. Really good.
It's so much fun to watch a guy who has the stuff he has, and when it's all working, it really is fun to watch.
Unless you have that bat in your hands.
That's right.
Just uncomfortable. You know, just keeping guy. You don't see a lot of aggressive swings. There you go. All of the strikeouts have come on that pitch.
3-1 now. Gave up the home run in the second inning to Wallner. The Rays' Junior Caminero belted a home run in the fourth. That's it in the scoring department. And that's a strike. Full count.
And as a hitter, aren't you looking for the 3-1 fastball? But Martinez lulls you to sleep with those previous changeups.
Ooh, that pitch started to come back and just missed in with it. Gives up his first walk of the day. That was a close call.
Yeah, real close. He tried to front door that fastball, and it was really, really close. Let's take a look. Just didn't come back enough.
Austin Martin. Strike one. Martin out of DeLand. Born in DeLand, Florida. Went to Vanderbilt. 1-1. Martin last year had a little over 150 at-bats with Minnesota. He hit .282. Over to first. Larnach is back in. And when he led off an inning last year, he had 375.
Take that all day long.
I mean, you might want to just put him in the leadoff spot.
I mean,
and see
hello,
what happens.
right?
Runner goes. The pitch is bounced foul.
Was he in the leadoff spot last night, I think, if I remember correctly?
And he went 0 for 3, but drew a walk.
Okay. Yeah, when a guy shows the knack for getting on base at a rate like that, leading off an inning, I mean, think about that. It's immediate trouble. He can steal a bag.
He's pulled it foul. It's going to be back into the stands toward the left field corner.
He's probably the platoon leadoff guy. Against lefties like Steven Matz, you have him in the leadoff spot. Put Cody in, who's hit leadoff against the Rays' 2 righties.
Yep. Over to first. Back in is Larnick. Two balls, 2 strikes. The Rays headed home after this lengthy season opening road trip. Shane McClanahan will pitch tomorrow. Runner goes, and the pitch is fouled through the coaching box. 4:10 first pitch. Our coverage begins at 3. McClanahan, Rasmussen, and Boyle. 3 pitchers for the Rays in the opening series. Now full count. And there's the matchup for the first 2 games, and so some good pitching matchups. And great to have McClanahan back, and of course Rasmussen coming off that great year last year. Runner takes off, a little tap. Going to be tough. Scoop by Caminero. Throw to first. Out there, and the move up to second by Larnick.
Do you remember that was earlier on this road trip? That was a throw that was troublesome for Junior Caminero. And the reason was he wasn't getting his hips turned. Now that arm will follow the hips, and so if you're going to be charging in towards home plate and then make that throw across the body, you've got to get those hips turned. He does a better job of it there, and guess what? That ball follows. Now all of a sudden that arm can get out in front, and that ball can get to its target.
Tristan Gray. He looks at a strike.
It took us a few games, Dwayne, to get into it. Game 9 now, but it's the hips. The hips. The hips is the direction of the hips.
0-2.
I mean, you go back to Happy Gilmore. Wasn't that what Chubbs preached?
That's right.
All in the hips. You want to get that throw over, you've got to open those hips. That arm will follow, and the ball will stay on target.
Hitting, pitching, fielding.
Very important. They're very important.
Tapper foul. Yep, need to be a hipster if you're going to play this game well.
You are not kidding.
And the 0-2 pitch for the second time inside. Wrapping up this 11-day road trip to open the season, 9 games. And a swing and miss. Changeup again. 4 strikeouts, all coming on the changeup, and a 1-1 tie.
The long-awaited return to Tropicana Field. It ends tomorrow. 561 days since we have been in that building, and does it look better than ever before, guys. Our coverage begins tomorrow right here on Rays TV, 3 o'clock. Pitch. It's going to be incredible. The new roof looks great. The new turf looks great. And Dwayne B.A., I have some breaking news to share with you gentlemen as well. The national anthem singer has been announced. 7-time ACM award winner and country music superstar Eric Church is going to be singing the national anthem tomorrow at Tropicana Field. Ken Babby, I was messaging with the Rays CEO. He told me that Eric is so excited to share in this moment with our community, welcoming fans back to Tropicana Field. Dwayne, you know what this means. I am breaking out the Tacovas tomorrow. We're going to have cowboy boots for Eric Church in the house for the national anthem as we welcome everybody back to Tropicana Field.
Yeah, without question. It's a staple. So we'll be there with boots on and more.
Dwayne, we were talking about this. I mean, it was off camera. It might have been even during spring training. But in all the years.
The fly ball center field for Aranda going to be caught by Martin.
In all the years that I have sat next to you, been on the team, playing with you, all of the things, off days on the road, I have never, all caps, never seen you in anything but cowboy boots. I've never seen it. I wouldn't know what to do if you were in a pair of tennis shoes.
Well, I do own a couple pairs, but I rarely wear them. We'll have to do some snake skins maybe for the opener.
Ooh.
Ground ball down to third, Gray to Clemens, and that's out number 2.
Are you telling me that you're going to church it up?
Might church it up a little bit tomorrow. Yeah. Get back home and get into the closet, dig around a little bit. A couple of quick outs here in the 6th inning. Well, that's great. Eric Church.
You know where Eric Church is from, Dwayne? From the great state of North Carolina.
Yep.
Big Tar Heel fan, and we are representing, I think, in a grand way today.
Yeah, well.
Thoughts? Thoughts?
Here's the thing. See, we could have worn them tomorrow, but we can't. We've worn them a couple days here.
That's true.
So, yeah. Yeah, I know where all that came from, too.
If they could only see the behind-the-scenes show.
Yeah.
You're going to want to fight in between innings, aren't you?
This one is too low, and it's 3-1. Mullins on deck. Well, not much doing. All the scoring. A 1-1 tie on home runs. A little tap halfway to the mound. And the toss to first will get Caminero. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Rays. Still 1-1. Score big on authentic gear at MLBshop.com. From official jerseys and memorabilia to hats and hoodies, we've got the season covered. Visit MLBshop.com/Rays, the official source for your Rays gear. Well, a 1-1 ball game. It has been that way since the 4th. Brooks Lee, the number 9 hitter, leading off the bottom of the 6th for Minnesota. And he's chasing that changeup. 0-2. Matt Wallner homered in the 2nd inning for Minnesota. Junior Caminero homered in the 4th for the Rays. A ball, 2 strikes. Nick Martinez, 35-year-old right-hander, delivers and a little tap foul. The count remains 1-2. Rays have action up in the bullpen. A little ground ball right side. Palacios makes that play. Had him out in front. So 1 away.
Well, let's take a look at some scores around the American League East. You got Miami and the Yankees in a delay. White Sox leading the Blue Jays. San Diego over Boston. Pittsburgh out in front of Baltimore 8-1. Well, the Rays currently, tied for third in the division. It's way early, but you don't mind seeing your...
And Mullins is going to be there. Waited a bit. Got the draw on that one, and Clemens is out number 2.
You know, outside of the Yankees, I think, what do they think? Sit at 7-1 right now. It's like you look around the rest of baseball, and everybody's either 5-4 or 4-5, or I mean, it's nobody's really separated themselves yet outside of the Yankees, and they've done a nice job of that so far. But again, long season.
Here's Byron Buxton. And the first pitch strike. Well, Martinez has had a great feel for all his pitches really today. That's fouled into the screen.
Well, he had a tough spring training, and he was like,
yes,
look, I get it, but these numbers really don't mean a lot. I know what I need to do to get ready, and I promise you when the bell rings that I will be ready to go. And he certainly has answered. You know, 6 innings of 2-run baseball against the Brewers. He's there 5 2/3 so far of 1-run baseball here in Minnesota against the Twins, and looking good doing it too.
And line drive and right to Palacios, who had him shaded up the middle and made the catch. 1-1 through 6. Rays TV is presented by Union Home Mortgage. We go to the 7th inning. Cedric Mullins leads off. Pitch is in a bit. Mullins 0 for 2, caught looking in the second. Hit a fly ball to right in the 4th. Batting again in the 7th inning to lead off. Pops it up foul. Christian Gray right by the coaching box makes the catch. Well, the Rays had a 2-out single in the first. 1-out walk in the 3rd. The home run by Caminero with 2 outs in the 4th inning. A walk and a single in the 5th. 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. 1 up, 1 down in the 7th. And Williamson, and there's a line drive into left. He will make the turn there and hang on. So Williamson, who's had a nice road trip, is aboard here in the 7th inning. Let's see if the Rays can build on that.
Right off the end of the bat, this pitch moving down in the middle of the zone, and he's able to reach out and get it. I mean, you could hear it. That bat cracked. But he gets enough of it, gets it out into left field, and now we saw him swipe a bag in last night's game. Things have been tough to come by with these 2 starters out there. Do the Rays, again, try to push the envelope a little bit and get the running game going here?
Richie Palacios in the batter's box. It's down, 1 ball, no strikes.
Woods Richardson gave up 8 stolen bases in 13 attempts a season ago, 111 in the 3rd innings. And you can see, got the running game going last night. First 7 games, it was 2 stolen bases by Chandler Simpson. That was it. Last night, the Rays pick up 4.
And a runner on the move, and a liner into right center field for a base hit. Charging in, Martin makes the pickup, but over to third base goes Williamson, and nicely done there. Palacios with a line drive toward the right field side of center. First and third with 1 out.
Yeah, and Williamson was on the way too. He was trying to swipe that bag. Palacios gets a pitch to hit. Boy, he does. And now all of a sudden, first and third, 1 out. Pitching mound visit.
Johnny DeLuca is due up. So they talk it over. Calling all pickleballers to Tropicana Field. April 11th, Rays take on the Yankees, playing an open pickleball matchup before first pitch on a court provided by St. Pete Athletic, and interact with pros from Florida Smash. Play begins at 4:30 p.m. Fans can purchase a pickleball ticket package, including an exclusive pickleball tumbler. Get your tickets at raysbaseball.com/pickleball. Well, the Rays trying to build an inning. They had men at first and third, 2 outs in the 5th. First and third, 1 out here in the 7th. Rays run coming on the 4th inning home run by Junior Caminero. And here's DeLuca with the infield up. Not all the way in on the grass, and there's a bunt attempt, and he missed it.
Well, that was that play. First and third, 1 out. It is so tough to defend, and if the bunt gets put down, unless it's sharply bunted right back to the pitcher, it's going to score that run.
And the runner takes off at first. The pitch is down, and Palacios goes in standing up. Uncontested, actually.
With no interest at all in that. You know, with the infield pulled in, we did see a double play get turned last night with the infield pulled in. No chance of that now.
All the way in now. Oh, and a foul ball pulled behind Brady Williams down in that third base coaching box. One and two the count to DeLuca. So the Rays with a shot to grab the lead. It's low. Jeffers covers up. 2-2. DeLuca coming into this game had 5 at-bats against Woods Richardson, 1 for 5, 0 for 2 today. And the 2-2 pitch, and he got him. Pitch sliding away, and DeLuca is out number 2. It's a big pitch and a big strikeout for Woods Richardson.
Well, he kept that slider in the zone so long, and Johnny just could not check up. And he does get the big strikeout, and that will be the end of his afternoon.
So he goes 6 2/3. Pitching change coming. Rays TV presented by Union Home Mortgage. In the 7th inning, the Rays have put up a 2nd and 3rd 2-out threat. Woods Richardson leaves in favor of Cody Funderburk. The lefty on.
And you knew this was going to be the move. So Derek Shelton said, do I want Woods Richardson on Hunter Fiducia or Funderburk against Nick Fortes?
And here's Fortes taking the first pitch for a strike.
And Fiducia scared him, Dwayne. Big hit last night, drove in a run. A walk and a single today.
Oh, strike 2. So Fortes quickly in the hole now. Williamson at 3rd, Palacios at 2nd. And a little chop back to the mound. And the big left-hander throws to first. The Rays do not score, leaving both men in scoring position. 1-1 tie.
Well, I'll tell you what, today's game summary so far, it has been all about the pitching, specifically the starting pitching. As you take a look at what Nick Martinez has done in his 2nd outing of the year, 6 innings of 1-run baseball, 4 strikeouts. Again, outstanding mix. Threw the ball very, very well. But guess what? So did Simeon Woods Richardson, pitching into the 7th inning, 6 2/3. He gave up just a 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts for him, and those runs coming off of solo home runs. Matt Wallner, an absolute blast, 409 feet to right field, and Junior Caminero, his home run into left, and just an outstanding adjustment he made during the course of that at-bat. But right now, offensively, that's all there is.
And boy, what a day for Nick Martinez. Another outstanding outing.
And the changeup. Again, that kind of led the way in his first start. The changeup today, all 4 strikeouts coming on the changeup. The 1 hit and the 1 earned run. That was a mistake to Matt Wallner. Outside of that, absolutely fantastic. Twins hitters off balance. Twins hitters very defensive swings outside of the Wallner. But, you love the job that he did, and now you need that Rays bullpen to come in and do their job, as this is a tight tie ball game as we get late.
Griffin Jacks will be on the hill for the Rays. Let's go down to Ryan Bass.
Well, I'll tell you, for Griffin Jacks, this one hits different, Dwayne and BA. He spent the better part of 5 seasons here with this Twins organization, a place that he really felt like gave him his first chance here in the big leagues. He said it's where his life really took shape off the field. Both of his kids spent the early parts of their lives here. His daughter was born here, so this place will always mean a lot to him. They played a video tribute to him yesterday. He said, I got a lot of love for those guys, still really good friends on the team. Always going to love that city. They gave me a chance, drafted me, put me in the big leagues. Minnesota is always going to have a huge place in my heart. A huge opportunity here to shut out that Twins lineup for Griffin Jacks.
Yeah, he'll be trying to hold this game at 1-1 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And the first pitch, ground ball to short. And the throw to first. Kershaw is out of there, and boy, they just did get him. As Williamson got over there and threw a strike across to Aranda.
That ball got there just in the nick of time. Williamson into the hole, the strong throw, the 1 hop, and the scoop by Aranda. Boy, everything now magnified because there is no margin for error.
Matt Wallner, who has hit the home run in the 2nd inning to give Minnesota an early lead. And a big swing and miss. The pitch disappeared, had him out in front. And quite a variety there, topped by the 97-mile-per-hour fastball. When it comes to pitches thrown by Jacks, Cortez behind the plate for the Rays. Another chopper that's going to stay fair. Hits the bag, and Jacks got over there and tried to get his outstretched glove to the bag, and that's a close call. Aranda came out of that looking toward the dugout, thinking they may have gotten it out there.
They're going to look at it.
And I guess the Rays will look at it.
This little ground ball up the line, it hits the bag. The glove hits the bag. The ball's going to hit the bag right there off the heel of the glove. And then there's Griffin Jacks alertly. Boy, that is close. But a great job of gloving that ball right here. And then the dive and reach tag didn't get there. Ooh, I don't know.
I'm telling you, you looked at that outstretched arm there with the glove, and it is gonna be very close.
The problem, Dwayne, is the burden of proof lies with the Rays, because initially he was called safe. It has to be clear and definitive that that glove got there in time.
Well, maybe there's enough video at headquarters to make it clear.
Let's build a mosaic.
Yes.
I love the idea of a mosaic being built. You can see it right down there at the bottom of your screen as they start to put these camera angles together. No depth perception right there. And then when you see the glove curl, the foot has hit the bag. I don't like that look. Again, the depth perception, it's going to be tough to overturn. It's got to be definitive. And this is one of those calls, you know, almost whatever it was called on the field, it's probably going to stay that way. But we'll see. Rays won one the other night that we didn't think they were going to win.
Yep. That's what the mosaic is all about.
I need a mosaic for the office. I need to put one up there behind.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is safe. Tampa Bay will lose their challenge.
So the Rays challenge it, and they lose it. Wallner is aboard.
He just it's not definitive. I mean, and right there, that's when you see the glove hit the bag. The foot's already down. The other angle, it's tough to tell the depth perception, and just not enough there to overturn it.
So Wallner is the runner at first. Tough break for the Rays, and here's Jeffers. Ball, no strikes. And this one is down. Wallner gets an infield hit out of that. Hit the 400-foot plus home run in the second, and got that little infield hit here in the seventh. The only 2 hits for Minnesota. That's a strike, 1 and 2. Griffin Jacks in relief of Nick Martinez. And the fly ball into left. That's Simpson coming in with a lot of time and makes the catch on that high fly ball, but not all that deep. 2 outs in the 7th. And now the left fielder and a left-handed bat in Trevor Larnach. Ball, no strikes. Jackson Larnach matching up for the first time in the major leagues against each other. Runner takes off, and now as Jack steps off the rubber, he goes back to second, and they're going to lose that base runner, and the inning's going to be over. How about that? Wallner breaking early, and Jack steps back, goes to Williamson, who puts on the tag.
Dwayne, this is the inning. This is the inning. Our rooms to go stat. You look at American League hit leaders. Yandy Diaz leading the way. Chandler Simpson right down there with 13. Both of them will be hitting in this inning.
And they will be facing Cole Sands. And that first pitch up and in, and moves Yandy back off the plate a bit. Sands out of Tallahassee. And again, a little close and up. 2 balls, no strikes. That's a chopper toward the middle. That's going to see its way through. Leadoff single by Yandy. Had just enough, perfectly placed, and just enough to get through.
Well, they're trying to pound him in, and so Yandy Diaz, he is of the mindset that's good. If you pound me in there 3 times, you may get me, but I bet at some point you're going to miss out over the plate. That's what Sands did. He takes it back through the middle of the field, and he takes the lead over Wilyer Abreu in the hit department, number of hits in the American League.
Ronda taking a pitch upstairs. Ball, no strikes. That's too tight. 2-0. So the Rays with the leadoff man on for the first time in this game. 2-1. Hard stuff up from Cole Sands. And we're going to go to 3-1.
Chandler Simpson, we saw him on that hit leaders list. He is lurking. Aranda's got a great count here to work with at 3-1.
And right back into the mid foul. Full count.
Well, the Rays have been getting to the opponent's bullpen. You see that, almost a 40-point difference in batting average. That is our Toyota trend.
And the pitch. Tap to second. Kershaw to Lee and back to Clemens. And they get the 4-6-3 double play. Well, Sands comes in and erases that leadoff hitter.
Well, right here, the old double play, pitcher's best friend, 4-6-3. It's okay, though, Dwayne. Chandler's going to find his way on. He's going to swipe second. They may or not pitch to Junior. And whether it's Junior or Cedric, they're going to drive him in, and the Rays are taking the lead.
That's a plausible scenario that we like. Strike here to Simpson.
Well, that average sitting up there at 406, and he just continues to find ways to get on base. And then he can become a hassle. That's what you're hoping for here.
And that breaking ball, soft curve that worked its way to the plate.
Well, now this is where Chandler will really cut down and just look to put the ball in play. Anything. I mean, even if it's softly hit. Maybe sometimes softly is better for Chandler with that speed.
Yeah, something soft puts the pressure on the defender with his speed. And the ground ball, right side for Kershaw. And they throw to first in time. We go to the bottom of inning 8. We are tied, still 1-1. Rays TV presented by Union Home Mortgage. Bottom of the 8th inning, still a 1-1 game. Here's Trevor Larnach at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Rupin Jacks worked the 7th, beginning the 8th. 2-0. Larnach, then Martin due. Into center field. And Mullins is right there to make the catch. Got a great read and made the catch routinely. Well, the Rays bullpen being asked here to hold this Minnesota lineup. Last night they covered 3 innings of scoreless baseball.
You know, it came into that ball game with the worst ERA in Major League Baseball. So a step in the right direction.
Oh, full swing, a little tap to third, tough play, and no reason to throw it. Once Caminero got there and made the pickup, Martin already has an infield hit.
Too much speed and just, again, a swinging bunt. There's nothing you can do about this. These are frustrating. Ball pounded right into the ground. It's not going to go anywhere. Junior's got to come too far. Wisely held on to it. You force a throw like this and typically really bad things happen. That ball shoots up the right field line and then it becomes a track meet.
There's Tristan Gray. And the fastball by him. Strike 1, 96 on the hard stuff. Over to first. Well, a good idea. Martin back in. Well, we'll look at Friday's blast off the bat of Tristan Gray. That came in the 7th inning.
Grand slam. That was a nightmare inning for the Rays. They gave up 7 runs in that inning, and there was a little bit of everything. Grand slam. There were a couple runs that were walked in. There was an error.
Hit by pitch.
There you go.
Just a nightmare of an inning for the Rays. 1-1 the count. Runner goes and stops. And Gray fouls it back. Martin aboard on the infield hit. It's foul the other way. And we go to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jackson Gray facing off for the first time. Over to first, close, and Aranda thought maybe they had him.
At least worth a look. That was a quick tag applied by Jonathan Aranda, but do they have anything left? They don't have any challenges left.
Well,
didn't they lose their challenge?
if they did or didn't, they decided not to challenge it in any case. Bluff up a start, and the pitch is lifted foul.
Well, I do know this. The Rays lost a challenge earlier in the game, and you see the tag on its way by Aranda. I don't think there would have been enough there to overturn it. May have even been confirmed.
Runner takes off and a ground ball toward the middle. Play's going to be at first out there with Martin arriving at second. By the time the ball was fielded, there was no chance of a play at second. So Gray is out. 2 gone with Martin at second base, and Brooks Lee will be the hitter. No, Brooks Lee 0 for 2. And that's a strike.
Batter's challenge and call a strike.
Well, the pitch was called a strike, and the Twins are going to check it.
Call is confirmed. Minnesota has 1 challenge left.
So the Twins will have 1 challenge remaining. They continue to challenge more than anyone in baseball.
Well, yesterday they came in obviously still leading baseball, and they lost both of their challenges.
Early.
They were 1 out in the 3rd inning, and they were done. Very aggressive, and it cost them in yesterday's ball game.
It's a foul ball out of play. Well, they apparently have decided to leave nothing on the shelf when it comes to challenges.
No, and you know what? That's fine. But then be ready for those games where you'd lose them in the 3rd inning, and all of a sudden a bad call maybe in the 5th or the 8th, and you've got nothing left.
And that's going to be down 2-2 with Lee laying off the changeup. Griffin Jacks, formerly with this Minnesota ball club. Into the dirt. A nice stop. Cortez kept that ball within reach. And the runner remaining at second.
Boy, I don't know how either. This is impossible. Spike the breaking ball, and he's moving all over the place. That got a piece of his wrist, too.
So it's 3-2 count. 2 outs. Martin at second. And there is ball 4 down. So draws the walk. It's only the second walk issued by Rays pitching. And Kyle Snyder on the top of the dugout steps and now on his way to the mound. Cody Clemens will be the hitter. So the Rays with the conference on the mound. Clemens with a couple fly balls to center caught by Mullins in between a strikeout. Clemens and Jacks have squared off for one at bat prior to this. And it's an 0 for 1 for Clemens against Jacks, so not a lot of background on previous matchups. So it's Griffin Jacks against Cody Clemens in a tie game, bottom of the 8th. And he starts him with a strike off the fastball.
Boy, poured that fastball right down the heart of the plate, gets the jump here. Not a lot of chances. Runners in scoring position, just 4 total ABs on the day for both teams combined.
Now 1-1. And that's ball 2. 2-1. Taylor Rogers, the lefty, up in the bullpen. Ground ball to first. Aranda's got it. The toss to first to retire the side. Nice play by Aranda there, almost handcuffed. And so the Rays will go to the 9th inning. They will have Junior Caminero to lead it off in this tie game. One ball game as we go to the 9th. It has been tied since Junior Caminero homered in the 4th. Caminero opens the 9th inning here for the Rays, and he will take the first pitch down. Cole Sands came on, gave up a base hit in the 8th. There's a high fly ball back into deep left. Larnach's going to go to the track just in front of the track, and he makes the catch. Couple steps left in line with the 370 send marker out there, and Caminero is the first out in the 9th. So he gave it a ride, but not quite deep enough, short of the track.
Too high.
Now Cedric Mullins, he takes ball 1. And a strike, 1-1. And Williamson is on deck. Mullins 2 for 3 in his career against the right-hander Sands. One of those hits a double. The Rays would take that and take their chances beyond that. Brian Baker up in the bullpen for the Rays. And a fly ball into center. A lot of territory out there. And Austin Martin puts it away. So 2 fly ball outs. Sands gave up the base hit in the 8th to Yandy Diaz, then got the double play ball out of Aranda. Simpson grounded out. 2 fly balls here in the 9th. And here's Ben Williamson. There's a strike. Williamson singled in the 7th inning. Scored a couple runs in last night's game and drove in a run. And He is down 0-2 right now. In time. Starts to go, and he went around out on strikes. So it's a 1-2-3 ninth inning. Byron Buxton set to lead off, followed by Keyshawn.
Well, the Rays' only run coming off of a home run by Junior Caminero, and I'll tell you, it was an outstanding adjustment that he made from one split to the next. Let's take a look at the final results. A StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud as it comes off the bat. 397 feet away it lands. You see the apex there at 92 feet.
Byron Buxton leads off, taking the first pitch from Baker. Ryan Baker, a ball, no strikes. 1-1. Buxton has popped to first. Fly ball to right, caught by DeLuca and lined to second in the 6th inning. Buxton with 6 at-bats prior against Baker, more than any other hitter on this Minnesota team with experience against Baker. He's 2 for 6 with a couple strikeouts against him. And that's going to take the count to 1-2, 97 right there. Buxton granted time. And a swing and miss, and he had something behind that four-seamer. 99 to strike out Buxton.
Well, I mean, just reared back and overpowered him right through the heart of the plate.
One out in the 9th. Keyshaw now. It's a ball. Couple ground balls to short, sandwiched around a fly ball to right. 0 for 3. That pitch close.
Challenge, and why not?
Rays are going to challenge.
It's the 9th inning, and if you go into extras, you'll get another challenge. They still have their 2.
Boy, that is close.
Confirmed. Tampa has
ABS
one challenge left.
powered by T-Mobile. That was as close as you can get without getting the call. That's a strike. 2 balls and a strike. So Keyshaw seeing Baker for the first time and is ahead in the count. It's 3-1. And a check swing, hopper to third, even with the bag. Caminero's throw to first, right on the money, and they get Keyshaw. 2 up, 2 down in the 9th inning. And Matt Wallner, who hit the home run in the 2nd inning to account for Minnesota's run, will be the hitter since then. He has struck out and reached on an infield hit. And there's a strike. Wallner getting his first look at Baker. And he's out in front of the changeup. 0-2. Justin Topa is up in the bullpen. The 0-2. Ball, 2 strikes. Well, some power and a lot of swing and miss in his game. 2-2. Laid off the changeup.
It's a pretty cramped leaderboard right there.
Yes, it is.
4 different players with 17, a couple with 16.
And a swing and a foul tip strikeout on the changeup. He strikes him out. A 1-2-3 inning for Baker. And the Rays and Minnesota going into extra innings.
Well, Dwayne, we did a summary a little bit earlier in this game and talked about pitching. And I think that continues to be the theme, the pitching. Both of these teams with 1 run as we go into the top of the 10th inning. Nick Martinez, an outstanding start here for the Rays today. 6 innings of 1-run baseball. Simeon Woods Richardson was really good, too, for the Minnesota Twins. The Rays bullpen, they've not given up a run in 3 innings. And all of the offense has come from Matt Wallner, a solo shot, and then Junior Caminero, of course, with his solo shot.
So into extra innings we go. Richie Palacios will be the hitter, with the Rays getting Williamson aboard out there at second base to start the extra frame. The first pitch is a ball. Williamson, who made the last out in the 9th, is the runner at second. And a high fly ball deep to right, and that baby is gonna go. Home run on a 1-0 pitch. Richie Palacios gives the Rays the lead right here in the 10th inning. That makes it a 3-1 ball game. 382 feet off the bat of Palacios. And that didn't take long.
No, and you know what? As the visiting team, you always are playing. Got loud there for a minute.
How about that?
Yeah, and again, as the visiting team, you need the crooked number. You know, if you just score 1, if you don't score at all, bad enough. If you just score 1, the home team can get them over, get them in. But if you do something like this, well, that ball was crushed. And I don't think there was any doubt.
Yep. Well, Jake Fraley pinch hitting for DeLuca. And what a shot by Richie Palacios. It's inside. 2 balls, no strikes. So all the runs courtesy of the home run in this game. It's fouled. 2-1. We'll take another look at that home run. Palacios on the second pitch he saw.
Boy, middle of the plate up. Again, no doubt.
Now a long drive off the bat of Fraley, but it's going to be short of the track. He got under that one a little too much and is out number 1. So Fraley retired in a pinch hit role. Now the Rays catcher Fortes pinch hit in the 7th inning. Was out pitcher first. Pitch is down. Well, it was a 1-1 game at the end of 9. It's 3-1 right now in the 10th. A foul ball. And I think that may have caught part of his foot.
Nick Fortes has gotten beat up on this trip.
Yes.
Had a nice trip.
He's been swinging the bat well.
Doing all of his damage against the fastball. But he's also been dinged up, wow, off the back leg.
1-1. He lines it foul back a third. It takes the count to a ball, 2 strikes. The Rays saw Topa. There's Kevin Kelly up in the bullpen. The Rays saw Topa 2/3 of an inning here on Friday. That's a little tap foul back. Picked up 2 hits off Topa, no runs, and he struck out a couple. Yandy Diaz and Junior Caminero had the hits off him. There's a base hit punched into right field. And Fortes, a nice job, is on base. And that's going to get Yandy Diaz to the plate. 9 hits this season. Everything on the fastball. So with the Rays up by 2 in the 10th and a man at first with 1 out and the top of the order coming up, Minnesota calling a conference on the mound. And a reminder now, a return to Tropicana Field. Our pregame coverage begins at 3 p.m. as the Rays, after 561 days out of the Trop, will renew their home acquaintance. And a sellout. And the Rays will have Shane McClanahan on the hill to start and begin the home portion of this new season.
How about how that worked out?
Yep. This one is down. Well, McClanahan coming back and the Trop coming back. Yandy will take ball 2. Yandy 1 for 4 today. Started the day hitting .424. 2 for 2 with a double against Topa. And now he's ahead. 3 balls, no strikes. And ball 4. And that's going to push Fortes up to second base and put Yandy aboard. So 2 on, 1 out, 2 runs in. And Jonathan Aranda about to be the hitter. And Aranda looking for his first hit of the day. And Derek Shelton out of the dugout, and we have a pitching change coming for Minnesota.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Tampa Bay Rays and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Tampa Bay Rays.
But Taylor Rogers will be the new pitcher for the Minnesota Twins. We saw him briefly last night, scored a couple runs off him in the inning. 3 hits. Left on left here with Jonathan Aranda in the batter's box, runners first and second.
And this doesn't bother Jonathan Aranda. You know, he has done a great job in his time in the big leagues, hitting both righties and lefties because of his balanced up the middle type approach. Rays looking to get greedy here.
Fouled back, 1-1. Well, Rogers was in the 5th inning of last night's game. Gave up a hit to Mullins, RBI single to Williamson. And Fiducia had a base hit to drive in a run off him. And right now he is ahead of Aranda 1-2 with Chandler Simpson on deck. Upstairs, 2-2. Williamson started the inning as a courtesy runner in the 10th here and scored on the home run by Richie Palacios. And the count is full after Fraley pinch hit for DeLuca. Hit the fly ball to right. Cortez single. Diaz walked. Now a full count to Jonathan Aranda. And that's up and in. So Aranda draws the walk and the bases are loaded.
You know, and here's what's really interesting. Rogers got ahead of Aranda with breaking balls at the beginning of that count, and Jonathan was not putting good swings on them. And then went to the fastball and wouldn't leave the fastball and couldn't get the fastball in the zone.
Well, the bases are loaded for him now. Infield up. And here's Simpson. Chandler looks at strike one. So the Twins pulled them very close on that infield. And a ground ball to second. There will be a throw to the plate for the force play. And the bases will remain loaded with that infield end. Kershaw got the force on Fortes coming down the line from third.
How much Taylor Rogers have to get out of the way? He comes right over in the line of fire.
So the bases are loaded with 2 outs. Yandy's at third, Aranda's at second, Simpson at first, and Junior Caminero, who homered to open the Rays scoring in the 4th inning. 1 for 4 today. Bats here in the 10th. Here is that home run.
Well, a 2-strike split, and look at him go down, not only get it, but get underneath it to create the backspin needed to get the carry into the seats. It's an outstanding at bat there. Simeon Woods Richardson couldn't believe it because the previous pitch was a split, and Junior was way out of sorts on his swing, but made a quick adjustment.
And the pitch. It's inside. Caminero picking up his first home run, first RBI. Takes another one close. 2-0. So Rogers has to come in with the bases loaded, down in the count. And that's low. 3-0. And he goes 3-0 and bounces one foul. So it's 3-1. Caminero with his home run in the 4th after Wallner and homered in the 2nd. Rays now up 3-1 in the 10th, and a 3-1 count on Junior Caminero. And that is too high for ball 4 and will force home a run. Yandy's going to come down the line from third base, and the Rays make it a 4-1 game.
How about that? Total pitches seen 16. 11 of them were out of the zone, including the home run. That ball was down below the zone.
So the bases are loaded with Cedric Mullins taking ball 1.
That really has been the theme of the trip. Our teams really staying away from Junior Caminero whenever possible. I don't know if bases loaded is one of those times.
Ooh, up and in. Missed by plenty there.
And that's the problem. It's not. He's trying to throw strikes. Taylor Rogers right now having a real hard time with the zone, and that was after that at-bat to Aranda.
And there's a call strike.
Challenge.
Batter's challenging the strike call.
Mullins challenging that. And he's going to
Call was overturned.
have that overturned. 3-0. They're loaded. One run has just been walked home. Now he takes 3-1. 2-run homer by Palacios. Bases loaded, walk drawn by Caminero. Bases loaded, 3-1 here on Mullins. And Mullins sends a fly ball into right. Camping under it, Wallner makes the grab. And the Rays get a big blast from Richie Palacios to take the initial lead in the 10th. They add another run. It's 4-1, Tampa Bay. Well, the Rays scored 3 in the 10th inning. 2 coming courtesy of Richie Palacios belting the home run. He's had a good day overall today. Walk, single, stolen base, and the 2-run homer. The Rays with a 4-1 lead, and Kevin Kelly will come on now, the 4th Rays pitcher here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Well, Wallner, the runner at second. Ryan Jeffers will be the first man Kelly faces. And there's a swing and miss, strike one.
Well, the two-seam fastball and, of course, the sweeper, the 2 big ones, especially when you're talking about right-handed hitters. Drop that changeup in there, too, every now and then.
It's 1-1.
Well, now you're not at all concerned with the runner at second base. I mean, you've got a 3-run lead. It's about the guy at the plate.
That's going to be a strike, 1-2.
I'm not even sure Kelly looked back at second base. Focused on the hitter. Quick little peek there.
And that's wide. No go by Jeffers. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. And he gets the strikeout for out number 1.
Did a great job of splitting the plate. You know, a couple of those breaking pitches were off, but early it was the fastballs down and in, and that's how he would finish them. Come right back in there, and you could see trying to make the adjustment on the swing, but Jeffers gets all tied up.
One out, one on. Trevor Larnach. And that's a ball. That's a strike, 1-1. Well, with a man on and 1 out, Larnach a big hitter because that's Bell on deck. He will pinch hit. So you don't want to put another man on. 2-1. Josh Bell waiting on deck. That's a strike, 2-2. The 2-2. And a foul ball.
That gets Fortes again.
Yep.
Jeez.
So it has been a tough go for Fortes.
Too early.
I mean, he has to be wondering what is going on.
I know.
Try the 2-2 pitch one more time. And he's fouling that one off, fighting it off. It's in on him. And now we go all the way out. So a 3-2 count. And it's lifted to the left side. Camanero's after it. Foul ball. And he could not make the catch. Simpson coming in from left field. And suddenly Camanero had that ball over his shoulder. And Simpson coming in.
You know, then he was trying to circle back. It's a tough angle already. And you can see right there, that ball just kind of overran it, tried to circle back to it right here, and just never got the extension that he needed.
Well, an extended AB. Larnach goes after this one and sends it into center field. Mullins on the run. He's going to be there to make the catch. And so Kelly eventually wins that battle, but it was a battle indeed.
Well, and an important one to win, as you pointed out. You know, when you got Josh Bell lurking on deck, you don't need that extra base runner. So 2 outs, a runner aboard, and go right after Bell here. Try to put this thing to bed.
So Josh Bell to hit in the place of Austin Martin. Pitch inside. Bell had 2 hits in the game Friday. Double and a single. Scored 2 runs. Drove in 2. It's 2-0. And 3-0. Tristan Gray is on deck. Strike. Really trying to work his way back and get this final out. Fly ball into right. That ball is going to be caught, and the Rays come back to win this one in 10 innings. It's a 4-1 final on the fly ball to right. And so the Rays come away with a series victory. And when you factor the beginning of this road trip, they've recovered to go 4-5. 4-1 the final. Rays are victorious. The home opener tomorrow now. Our coverage begins at 3 p.m. when the Rays are back in Tropicana Field against the Chicago Cubs. The postgame comes your way next.